bro, you're like top 2 in the GA right now, bro, out of all the guys that were working with us. You were charging, what, 2.5 grand a month?
Yeah, bro. 2K a month, like probably.
Now hitting, what, 31K last month?
Yeah, 31K. Cash collected as well. Let's say, for example, you sign a client, let's say they didn't pay you anything up front, and you make them, let's say, low end, let's say you make them like 25K or something like that. If you post that, they're gonna be more likely to refer you because they'll be like, yeah, this guy did good work for me. I want you to tell my friends. What are you waiting for? Because if you keep delaying this decision on moving forward, then you're only just gonna keep adding more steps to the place that you wanna be.
Alright guys, today we're here with my boy Muhiz, Big Man Thing, eh?
Big Man Thing is crazy.
Muhiz, like, bro, you're like top 2 in the GA right now, bro, out of all the guys that were working with us. So today I just want to like tell you guys how he went from like, you were charging what, 2.5 grand a month?
Yeah, bro.
2K a month, like
2K a month, like probably.
Now hitting what, 31K last month?
Yeah, 31K. Cash collected as well.
On the way to another record month.
Yeah, this month is gonna be big.
So the goal of today's video is to show you guys like how we met, how it happened. The most important thing is to show you guys like how you can go from being like an average growth operator, IPJ person, or whatever that is, to actually becoming like a full-time high-to-pay growth operator. And so, yeah.
Let's just do it.
Let's do it, bro.
Alright, so I mean, I'll let you. Where do we start, bro?
Well, to start, give a bit of context on like your story, how you started, and I guess people don't know when we met, bro.
Yeah, that was actually crazy. So like the way we met, it was actually in a Discord chat, and it was such a random Discord because it was like a Discord of like just agency owners. Like everyone was like random agency owners, and this was like when I think around when short form content was like going crazy. Yeah. Everyone was like talking about it. So I joined this Discord chat, and I was one of a couple other short form agency owners. And this guy he was like the top G over there. He was like, he's literally doing what he was already doing in GA right now, like way back, like teaching people like the methods of like, you know, short form, how to script out a bunch of stuff. I remember DMing this guy for like a ton of scripts. Anyways, this guy was giving out some other source, and I was like, yo, bro, like your stuff is really sick. And I was like, you know what? I like what you're doing. Like, how can we like at least work together essentially, or like do something together? And this guy just like had to keep chasing him because he was running it away from me. But like, you know, we kept talking from there, and then we just built some sort of, you know, relationship, and you know, stuff happened, and now we're here.
And then, bro, how did it happen? I think you were working with coaches, just doing it in a setting.
Yeah.
And then I came to London. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to say who it is you upsold.
Yeah, that was my first growth partner deal, actually.
First growth partner deal. And I was like, I think we had launched the GA, and I was like, all right, fuck it. Let me test this, bro. Let me see if I'm actually about it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you're like, this guy's paying me 2.5K a month. I was like, bro, nah.
Yeah.
Like, book him on a call right now. Tell him 4.5 grand a month and 25% revenue share. Bro, I was so shocked because like 45 minutes later, you come out, you're like, all right, bro, done deal. And I think the next month he pays you like what, 8-10 grand?
Yeah, just like that. Yeah, just like that.
He's paying you consistently really well?
Yeah, he's been our longest term client actually. So like I think it was actually paying me even less. It was like 1.5K a month actually USD. And like we were just doing content. I was like literally like a commodity guy to this guy. And it goes up to me and Yusuf was like, bro, what are you doing? Like you could charge this guy a lot more. And I was like, shit, he's right. And I just made the Loom video going over exactly what he said. And the guy was just like, send invoice. I was like, shit, okay, cool. This is serious now. Yeah. And then I came like, you know, the first show growth partner actually, that was like my first actual growth partner deal. And, you know, it shocked me because after that, it just paved the way for like me structuring my deals like that to be making a ton of money. So yeah, it was a huge insight.
What would you say was like the main like mindset shift, like business shift you had to make, like to become like from like that to like when we met and like becoming a growth partner? I don't want to say like, it's not all me, obviously.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Us, like,
yeah.
Like it's like I tell people, like there's a massive puzzle, and there's small little pieces that needs to be filled. We just like maybe put a small puzzle, but if the whole thing was not there, nothing would happen.
100%.
So my thing is like, what is it like the mindset shift, like or like the business shift you saw?
Yeah, so like I think the biggest thing is kind of like realizing that you can provide enough value to these guys to the point where leaving you is going to cost them more money essentially. So it's kind of like creating yourself as like this kind of value provider that makes it extremely hard for them to leave you. Because if you can focus on just retention and retaining these clients, it's a huge mindset shift. Because a lot of the times when I was seeing Yusuf like make like 20, 30 with just like less than like 10 digits of clients, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like all these guys are signing like 15, 20 clients, making like 30, 50, and he's doing it with like 5 or 6. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? Yeah, literally, bro. It's actually crazy. 3? That's crazy, bro.
Right now on the Rock Last Man, that's 20, one client.
That's crazy, bro.
It's profit.
yeah, that's all profit as well. When I was hearing that, and he was doing that way back as well too, I was like, shit, this is the real thing. And it all comes with providing so much value to the point where it just doesn't make sense for them to leave you. So the biggest mindset shift is just becoming that type of person that can retain clients for longer and not too focused on just like the next hit. Like how can you retain these guys and bring them in revenue so that you can just like take percentage and just like build your own empire. So yeah.
And I think the biggest thing for you, I saw with you, is that like, bro, we would have calls at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And I tell guys in the G all the time, I was like, bro, if you start working, I see results, I'm going to help you 10 times more.
No.
We can't boys, bro. Now we play Fortnite once a week together. I don't give a fuck about it.
Yeah,
Like,
trust me.
but like, you would call me at 3 a.m. I would call you randomly like, bro, the fuck is up in your business? You're like, this. I'm like, all right, do this. And the next day you'd fucking implement it.
Yeah.
And like, that's what, like, I think to me, I tell guys, like, people are like, oh, the coaching and now, but I'm like, bro, if you actually take action on everything, like, you can't fail.
Yeah.
That's why, like, I give you so much credit too. And I literally, when I talk to guys, I'm like, guys, this is what Muhiz did. Every time I talk to Muhiz, he does it. Bro, it happened last week.
Yeah, last week.
Like, last week you went through like a bit of a rougher time because it happens to everyone. And when
Yeah.
it happens to me, I talk to other people. And you were like, bro, I was like, bro, do this and this. And like, it wasn't like life-changing information. It was the right information at the right time.
Yeah.
And 2 days later, yo, bro, 10K cash collected.
Yeah.
And, like, I got a guy with 480K followers. And I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, like, I tell guys, like, just take action. Like,
Yeah.
whenever you hear info, you would take action on it.
Yeah.
Remember the first time I met you, you did a bit of content first. Then you did appointments there like crazy. And then you started helping with the sales process. And then now you're helping with the closing side. And then you're helping with the ops. Like, you're doing all this, but you focus so hard on each skill at a time and you add it all together.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have the patience to do that.
Yeah,
That's why
100%.
it's like, now you're going to exponentially grow. Like, you're going to have no problem to go to 50K, 60K a month. And like, you're literally the example, bro. I always tell guys, like, look at movies.
No, I appreciate that, bro. And yeah, like, people look at it and they'll kind of be like, okay, cool, I can get to that point straight away. But it's like, they're not going to see like what Yusuf is seeing, like the times where I was literally doing the building blocks of like doing appointment setting, doing just content, now doing content and appointment setting, then starting to fix the sales process. It takes time. And I feel like a lot of people, they don't like expand their time horizon. They see people like us like doing extremely well and they think they could just like do it straight away in like 3 months. But it's like, it's going to take time. And it's like, if you keep improving, as long as you're better than what you were yesterday, then you're always going to be better. Because once you look at it in a 90-day period, you'll be like, oh, wow, I grew so much. And that's kind of like the goal of it, honestly. So especially when you're talking about, like, I don't know what you guys call, like growth cooperating, IPGA, whatever you guys talk. You have to understand that there's so much like technical skill that you need to understand. You need to understand marketing. You need to understand sales. You need to understand fulfillment to some extent. You need to understand so much shit. And if you are a complete beginner, how are you going to cram all of that in like 30 days? The
thing I want to say is like, everyone wants to become a growth operator because like it's easy and it's good for beginners. Now I say this in every video. If it's something a beginner can do, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Like legit. But
100%.
if you take your time, bro, like you're now working with like what, a medical health company?
Yeah,
like
just
you're
like that.
working with a fucking medical device company that's doing like 10 mil a year or something.
Yeah.
And that's only the beginning. You might start working with bigger companies in the future. Like the goal with these skill sets is so you can then take them into bigger markets. Like,
exactly.
Like you're not stuck in info. But with those skills, bro, like you go to any company, they'll value it.
Exactly.
You know?
100%.
So I kind of want you to touch upon like, because everyone's saying, hey, beginner business model. I'm totally against that.
Yeah.
For me, it's, hey, do what's more complex and gain skills that are worth millions of dollars and then put them where they're most valuable. That's why some guys, they gain those skill sets and then they go work with like, the bigger influencer it is, the more money you make.
Yeah.
So like, what's your take on building out those skill sets and everything?
Nah, yeah, like the main thing for me was like I'll give you an analogy. So like remember when like short form content kind of came up and within like 6 months it became so saturated, like it was just like impossible to sell. And I feel like the reason for that was because the barrier to entry was kind of like so low. But like for what we're doing right now, like growth operating, whatever you want to call it, it's kind of been around for a bit and I don't think it's gonna go as fast as short form content because it's easy to kind of market it, but to actually fulfill and get these guys results is so difficult. Because you see these guys, they sign like big creators, but they only make them like 10K a month or some shit like that. Yeah, exactly, because they don't understand how it works. So it's like, even though like a barrier to entry might seem like easy to get in, the barrier to actually scale and like be really good at what you're doing, so high, bro, so high.
I tell guys, the issue is not even signing the client.
Exactly.
Like you can, Thing is now there's a lot of communities. You can find a Discord community, a school community, and you can build a high ticket offer.
Yeah.
But if you build it like shit, it fucks up and flops, and you ruin the reputation.
Exactly.
It's like guys are landing big creators. They make a community. They get like 1,000 joins. That's it.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, literally.
So it's
bro.
The issue is not getting the first client.
Yeah, 100%.
Once you get the client, if you fulfill really well for that guy though, you're good. Then you can fulfill for any coach.
100%.
So it's like.
Yeah, that's the main thing because like. If you really ramped, bro, you can get a client within 30 days, bro, like easily. If you really ramped. Because you can convince someone to be like, oh, okay, cool, I'm going to monetize my following.
You can convince someone to be like, all right, fuck it, you want to do revenue share.
Cool, exactly, easily. Like you can, very easy.
If you tell enough people, hey, I'll only do revenue share, here are my skill sets. One person is like, all right, you know what, run it. Yeah,
let's run it. Let's give it a try. But like actually getting the results, that's the difficult part. That's what I like about like the GA specifically, is that it's very kind of like results driven essentially. Like you have specific modules that most coaches wouldn't even show you because they're just too focused on you acquiring the client. But you have modules on like how to get them results with the appointment setters, how to track their leads, because these are people that are actually doing the stuff that you're trying to do. And the best part about this is once you make it creative money, you're basically ahead of 99% of everyone, bro. That's the main thing because so many of these guys have no case studies, bro. No case studies.
Once you get your first case study, it's done.
Yeah, literally.
Like once we got our first case study, they did 40 grand a month, our first client.
Yeah.
And I put out the giveaway, cooked.
Yeah,
like
literally.
You already beat 99% of people.
Literally,
like,
bro.
The thing for me in the GA is that my goal is that if you can make guys good at what they do, have good skill set, they'll never go.
100%.
That's why we have guys in the GA who maybe the first month they don't make bank, but they still really fuck with us and they're like so thankful because like, bro, I'm learning a bunch of shit and I can generate back. And the day they get a client,
100%.
Like Luca, he was closing for like HK or whatever.
Yeah.
Now he can he got a client and he's running about that because we helped him out. Like even his hard, like he's not banking right now, but he has the skill sets.
100%.
And he's still like making bread here and there. He's gonna make more bread, but like. You can't come in as a beginner and make 10K.
You can't, yeah.
But the skills that you're going to learn, once you hit 10K, they allow you to hit 50 really fast.
100%.
That's the thing. That jump is easier to make because it's all about getting the client. And if you deliver it, you could do it really well. And so for me, it's always more valuable to teach more service delivery because it pays off more longer term. But acquiring clients is really important.
Yeah.
Thing is in info, once you get one client really good results, all his friends
are gonna know. Exactly.
And they're going to want help. And that's what I want you to do.
Yeah.
You also did that way. You're getting a lot of referrals now.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that.
Yeah. I think like in the past maybe 2 months, we probably closed 20,000 in cash, just referrals, basically. Just referrals. And it's like,
Bro, that's not lifetime value.
Yeah, exactly. That's just that's basically cash up front as well too. And like, the thing about referrals is that it's just like a compounding effect, and it's not too difficult to get one as well too. Because if you make someone good work, especially let's say for example you sign a client, let's say they didn't pay you anything up front, and you make them let's say low end, let's say you make them like 25K or something like that. If you post that, they're gonna be more likely to refer you because they'll be like, yeah, this guy did good work for me. I want you to help my friends, and then when you help them, they're gonna be, oh shit, I'm gonna help their friends as well too. The only thing that comes with the referrals is some people they don't understand the time delay. But like once you get it and the compounds of you getting them results as well too, you just become known as the space, you're industry leader. Because like anytime I hop on a call, someone ever's like, oh yeah, I remember Yusuf, bro. Yusuf is the guy. And it's like that network only comes from doing good work with people essentially. So yeah, referrals have kind of like, they've changed my business honestly. And they've just changed the way it operates because everyone kind of like works me just out of the respect. Yeah. It's like they all come in and they just respect you initially. It's not that weird, awkward thing where you're trying to convince someone about the, if it's going to work. They come on a call and they're like, look, I know you helped XYZ. What can you do for me? Cool, let's work. Literally just that.
Working with coaches is like, bro, you work with a guy with 20,000 followers.
Yeah.
He's going to have 10 boys that have 50,000 followers.
Exactly.
30,000 followers.
All DMing.
It's been you, bro.
Yeah.
All your clients know each other, and they just refer you to other people.
Yeah, 100%.
And like you're not even having to do DMs every day. So I tell guys like, bro, if you know service delivery, you get one client, you're good. That's
100%.
for us, bro. Because now it's like, oh, bro, who are your clients? This guy, 100,000 followers. This guy, 90,000 followers.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And they'll be like, oh shit, I know this guy. Literally.
This guy. Like, I've seen him yesterday. It's like, that's why info is so different. Because like, even when I show them my old ecom clients, oh shit, I know him.
Yeah.
And automatically, you're up here. Like, the authority is like crazy.
100%, bro.
So, I don't know. That's just the thing, but it's like, you don't need to have too many clients, but like, you also got to be on your shit. Like, you got.
Yeah. 100%, bro. It's like focusing on delivery is like so important because one thing that's important, obviously cash is important. You need to be getting cash in like every month. Like you can't just rely on just like your service delivery to like go everywhere. But as long as you're getting cash in and you're focused on delivery, the delivery is going to benefit you more in the long run because it's going to produce case studies. And case studies is eventually going to produce you more clients. So when you focus on that, in the long run, even if like you sacrifice cash now, you can always just bounce back. Like for example, like when you can come in, you make someone, let's say like 60K in a month, and let's say you didn't focus on acquisition for a month, it might hurt, but then you might be like, all right, cool, it's time to market now. And then you market and then you just make it back just like that because you made that case study. So don't feel like it always has to be cash every month. You kind of have times where you want to just like dial in delivery, but at the same time, don't lose sight of like trying to bring in new clients because you still need cash to run your business. Exactly.
The best thing to do is to waitlist people. Talk to people, say, hey, I'm ready to launch in like a week or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Let's talk in like a week and a half. People will wait, bro.
Yeah,
people will actually wait. If your service is good enough, people will be patient for you. So like,
exactly.
I tell guys like, oh, I'm not going to talk to anyone right now. No leads. Just waitlist them.
Yeah, waitlist them.
A lot of the top guys do that. They just put them on a waitlist and say, hey, let's talk another week. Let's talk another 14 days. And that works.
That's what Rolex does.
That's what Rolex does, bro. So once you're done dialing your current clients, on to the next.
Exactly. That's what Rolex does. If you want to buy a Rolex on retail, you can't even buy it in the first 6 months. So they're just like, just wait at the wait list, but we'll call you.
Let's deliver the service. Well, that's it. Like,
yeah.
People wait enough for Rolex because they're fucking Rolex. And it's like, in info, like all the clients we talk to, they're like, bro, every guy in this space has wrecked me.
Yeah.
But because of next person.
Yeah. I want to, exactly. Yeah, that's like the best thing. And that's another thing I want to touch on as well, too. Like, the amount of people that are getting burned in this is like real bad.
So
like, yeah.
So if you can have the results to back it up, like.
Yeah, literally it's a no-brainer because like, it's only going to get worse for people that don't have like case studies in the future because like, people are starting to work with all these creators and like what's going to end up happening is that 3 months will go by, basically no results. Yeah. And then like another person is going to pitch them and they'll be like, look bro, I've been burned. Who have you worked with? And now you're like, shit. Yeah. Essentially. Yeah.
That's why we're teaching people to do high ticket stuff too.
Yeah.
Because right now the community stuff, when you DM a bunch of creators, a couple of them will be like, oh my God, I've been waiting to do this. Because it sounds exciting to have a community.
Yeah.
And then they flop it.
And then they do it.
And then it's going to happen in a month or two. It's already starting now. Is people are going to be like, anyone who pitches community, they're going to be like, fuck.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't want to say that, but like,
yeah.
That's literally what I'm being sent by other coaches. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I'm getting tired of these guys. Like, can we work together? I'm like, I bet.
Yeah, can we do high ticket?
The more these guys spam these people, the more I stand out.
100%.
Like,
because
the more you stand out. So it's like
100%. Yeah.
That's why like I'm not always scared of more people coming into the market because it makes me look better.
Yeah, 100%. Because now what's going to end up happening is the market is going to be like, they'll get these guys and then they'll get no results. And then they're going to see this person and they're like, hey, how did he make him 60K? Bro? Exactly. They're like, how did he do that? Yeah. And then they're going to look into you more than the noise that's out there, essentially. Yeah. And it's like, if you're around people and communities that kind of have those types of results, it's really hard to just like not understand what they're doing and fail. Because at the end of the day, it's not like you hide the stuff that you do to your GA community. It's like, you can walk in a call and just ask, hey, Yusuf, what did you do for this guy? What would you do for this guy? Yeah. And you'll be like, oh yeah, if I was this client, I'll do this. And then you just do it.
Bro. Our thing is like, we have nothing to hide because it's not competition.
Yeah.
Like, I personally, everyone tells me, why don't you grow the bigger agency? I don't want to grow an agency and have 35 employees.
Yeah.
My goal is like, the micro-SaaS stuff.
Yeah.
My goal is to make as many guys good as possible so my network of purchase grows.
Yeah.
So the more guys do well, the more products we can launch in the longer term. And my goal is to put equity into that shit. So it's like, if people ask me questions like, bro, you know everything about what you do.
Yeah,
don't hide shit. It's like, if you have someone to pay for your stuff, you have no reason to hide shit because whenever you give someone something, it's gonna come back to you.
100%.
Like even us right now, I give you pretty much everything I know for doing the interview. So we're gonna pop it off of it. People are gonna think, okay, he knows this shit. It's gonna move forward. Like people have the scarcity mind. I'm not gonna give it. I can't give every single thing for free.
Yeah.
Right. But that's why now we're selling the infrastructure. Like we're selling our agency people. Saying, hey, if you want to do exactly what we do, and you already maybe have a client, we will literally give you all of our systems that we launch. Think about our clients, launch their content, do their sales scripts, their setting, everything. Yeah. That's how you don't fail. But we're not like, I think the goal is not really in the information.
100%.
The goal is in the feedback and like having the systems that we actually use and how we think about shit. That's like the biggest thing people don't understand is that when you go to bigger people, because everything I've learned is from other people. Yeah. When you go to people who are a bit further, they think differently. Yeah. And being able to think differently and think bigger is literally a multiplier to how much you know.
100%. 100%. Yeah, I agree. Because like at a certain point, especially if you're running like an agency like this, people are always kind of paying you to think, basically.
Yeah.
Like it gets to a certain point where like your fulfillment, your service is so down, where there's people doing stuff, and then all you're literally just there to do is just think, come up with strategies or come up with shit. And it's like, if you don't understand that skill of thinking, and that comes with talking with people who are like in higher levels, that understand this shit, like obviously like people in the GA.
You have to talk to other people.
Exactly.
Like, I'm always looking for like more schemes. Like you have to scheme it up, bro.
100%. Yeah, that's the thing. And it's like, it gives you so much insight and you're like, oh shit, like if I did this, it would work, and then you do it and then it works. And you can't get that if you're not around people that are doing something similar.
Like bro,
that's
your client turns to you, why is the closing rate like this?
Yeah.
I want to run this VSL. Why is the VSL not good here? Let's change the VSL. Let's refilm this.
Yeah.
Let's write this copy. Who's running our emails? How do we run the emails? Write the emails. And like, bro, you have all these things. And if, like, whenever we have the problems, I just reach out to the guy. Yo, bro, what should we change here? And they give me feedback.
100%. Just like that. And it's like, yeah, like one client that was having a problem with sales process reached out to a client that was good at sales, fixes the problem just like that. But you can't have that if you don't have a community, or if you don't even know what problems to look for, essentially. Because one thing I like about the GA a lot is that like, you guys are really good at like identifying problems in people's businesses. Like someone show you their page and be like, hey, Yusuf, please, this guy's not making money. And you look at it and you're like, bro, what you do? Do this, and you'll work, essentially. So yeah.
I think it's the biggest thing, bro. I always tell guys like the big advantage. You're not gonna come in and watch your videos and like, shit.
Yeah.
Like, but just the feedback. Yo, we did this. It didn't work. Why?
Yeah.
Clock it. So instead of like every time something happens, bro, we had to go through this, bro. And sometimes I'd be like, damn, I wish I had someone every time I made a mistake to just go to.
Yeah.
Is every time you make a mistake, it takes you like a month and a half, 3 months to actually fix the thing.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to find the problem. Like you don't know what the problem is.
Exactly.
You're fixing shit, but sometimes you're fixing shit that's not even the
That's
problem.
the wrong thing, yeah.
So you create more problems. And it's like, by the time you find it, it's like, bro.
Yeah, it's like
you lose
sucks.
momentum.
100%. Yeah, that's the main
The
thing.
biggest thing is momentum, bro. Even like Iman's back on Twitter now.
Yeah.
He's back on fucking Twitter. He's like skiing and shit.
Yeah.
Like he said, one of the biggest things is like momentum. And so that's why I tell guys, like, when you have momentum, you're not gonna lose it.
100%.
The value is not even us helping out. Then it's gonna be you guys as now the coaches helping out and all that stuff. And it's like the more minds you can have around you that are exactly what you do, the better it is. And so it's like that's why also we're doing the free group, because sometimes not everyone can afford it.
Yeah.
Which is like now like, we're putting the free group together and everything. Because bro, I forgot to like put the qualifying question of like the pricing on my calendar on Calendly. So a lot of people are booking in but don't have budget. So I was like, yo, bro, I don't have the budget. And shit. I was like, all right, whatever, bro. Like, I'll still help you out.
Yeah.
And so like, you have to do a free Discord now because I feel bad. I'm like, all right, I don't want to not help everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, it's pretty much just for the feedback at this point. So
Yeah.
I guess if it's like, if you had one advice to give to everyone, what would it be?
One advice. I mean, the main thing is just kind of like be very curious to figure out what your problems are. Like, just be hyper aware of your problems and like be hyper aware of what's going on around you, because the worst thing to not have is clarity. Because like the biggest thing that like I respect the GA for, and like Yusuf as well too for, is they're really good at giving you guys clarity when there's like a problem or something. Because if you don't have clarity, you don't know what to look for, you don't know what to fix, and you're just like looping in circles. Because like I would say like the worst feeling for me is not knowing what to fix and not knowing what to do. And being in like a community like the GA, or like being around people that know what they're doing, have solved the problems that you've been through, is like the biggest thing. So invest or put your mind to focus to get as much clarity as possible. Because if you can get as much clarity as possible, it's going to make your life a lot easier, honestly, bro.
I actually forgot to even think about that, bro.
Yeah.
That is true, bro. Like,
Yeah.
It's like, bro, when you don't have clarity, you're like, fuck.
It's the worst thing,
Like,
bro. Because you don't know what to
Something's
do.
not going right. What am I doing wrong, bro? And you're like, you don't even want to think about it, but you
Yeah.
have to think about it. And
100%.
like, where is the problem?
Yeah, exactly.
Then when I reach out to the guys, like some of our guys mentoring us,
Yeah.
it's so relieving when they give you the answer.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, right, thank God, bro.
Yeah.
Now I can actually change something.
Exactly. And now you know exactly what to fix. Like, you're like, okay, cool, pinpoint it. And then it fixes, honestly. So, like, that was, like, the biggest thing from, like, talking to people in G and, like, having those conversations. So, what I've been doing the most is just investing in my time to just get in as much mental clarity as possible. Because if you can do that, your life is just going to be a lot
And bro,
higher.
sometimes you have a problem, you know what it is, but you just want to make sure that's actually the problem.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, like Because you get better and smarter. So
Yeah.
I was like, all right, we're making less bread. This is why.
Yeah.
We're like, yo, bro, just to make sure this is actually why.
Yeah.
Instead of me fixing this for no reason. It's
Yeah.
like,
100%.
Sometimes you hit me up, be like, this, and I'm like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's literally just yes.
Yeah, like that yes is like, oh shit. Because like when someone is doing like well, like where you want to be as well too, and they tell you, okay, that's your exact problem, fix it. It's like a huge sigh of relief. Like I get a lot of my clients, they reach out to me, they will literally answer the question for me.
Yeah.
And I just say, yeah, and they're like, alright, cool. And then they do it. So it's like, yeah. It's like the best thing, honestly, bro.
That's pretty much it. So I mean, yeah, I don't want to make it like excessively long, but I guess what would you have to say is like someone who's on the fence about like actually like joining and working with us? Because I try to give people as much credit as possible.
Yeah.
I don't try to sell people like fully emotionally.
Yeah.
Because then they hop in and they're not sure and like they don't do it fully. I want people to just come in and know exactly this is it. I know, I'm for sure. I've gotten the context that I need. Let's just run. And bro, every person who's piffed, I'll say I don't care. Every guy who piffs will actually know exactly. Because like, people who piff, they know exactly what they want. They come in for this, and then they go. They just go and they actually get results fast. But we have guys came in 2 days ago. They piffed. Legit. It's every time it happens. They piffed. The next day they close the deal. The day after they close the deal.
Just like that, exactly.
100K followers, and the other guy paid them 2K and 40% of profits, and they're already like starting to get sales right now.
Just
it's
like that.
It's because you're doing something with intention. You know what I mean? Like when you're like payment plan, you have no 100% intention. You're unsure. Like you gotta just actually go and be direct about what you want.
Understand?
So like, what would you say to someone who's like unsure, on the fence, or like they don't have clarity of like what they actually want to do?
Yeah, so like the major thing is just like understanding what you want. Like, do you actually want to build a business like this? And if you do, it's like there's no better place that you're gonna go to, honestly. Like, and this is not me being like extremely biased. This is just me saying like the honest truth, because there is no amount of people that like mainstream that produce the amount of case studies that Yusuf has, work with the amount of people who have the amount of clout that he has on Twitter as well too, that are kind of in this industry are teaching people how to do this as well too. There isn't that many people, and if there is, they're not really doing that much good work. So case study side of things, that's already covered. Now the only thing that's probably just stopping you is you're probably just scared. You're just like, shit, like, do I actually like make this decision to actually move forward? And my answer to you is just kind of like, what are you waiting for? Because if you keep delaying this decision and moving forward, then you're only just gonna keep adding more steps to the place that you want to be. And if you want to do that, that's completely fine. But I'm sure you're not watching this video all the way to the end to go and do that. So if you're that type of person, you're still on the fence, I don't have anything else to say because I've already said it. You know what you need to do. The links are down below. You know who to speak to. Just like that. You know exactly who to speak to already. So, like, that's pretty much it for me.
Yeah. And I would say, like, people always, like, hesitant because, like, oh, I'm going to talk to a closer,
Yeah.
Like, right now, I'm taking all the calls. Because,
Yeah.
like, I like to have a pace on moving. Like, bro, we have, like, 5 guys in the GA upstairs. Like,
Yeah.
and I think, like, people, when they get into most things, they feel like they're getting into a normal type of community.
Yeah.
But something I'm super extroverted, so I just like to talk to people all the time.
Understand?
I think it's also something that's mental. So what I like about how I do or we do stuff is like when you come in, it's like you have business problems, but a lot of times you have to fix stuff up here to do well.
100%.
Like even talking to like a bunch of guys here, like or even me, bro. A lot of times you have to fix yourself like mentally, or, like how abundant you are to the results you can get. So it's like I'm the one hopping on the calls. Obviously you have qualification and all that stuff and everything, but like,
Yeah.
everything is right. Like you're talking to me, you know. And
100%.
It's not something where you hop in and it's. Bro, I hate selling emotions. So at this
Yeah.
point, like it's just so annoying. Like you can and stuff, but it's like.
Yeah, I know
You
it is.
want it, bro. Like
Yeah.
you actually want it, bro. Because all the guys that come in, they come in with attention, bro.
Yeah,
They come
100%.
straight with intention.
With intent.
Do well, and so like that's why we have that community because everyone's just on it. Like someone that you sell emotionally, typically it's like they come in and like.
And they're not, the heart's not in it, and then 2 weeks they're like, hey, I don't know, Yusuf, if this is working out.
No, and it's like it's not even sometimes like because we don't deliver, like we don't do well. It's just that when you're unsure,
Yeah.
don't do something well.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, when you're unsure, you just don't do it well. So I think it's like clarity. Just get fucking clarity, and whatever you're gonna do, just do that and that only.
100%.
So many models, bro. There's actually so many models.
And more coming out every time,
Yeah,
bro.
bro,
Like
like-
maybe next week there's a new model, bro.
Yeah, bro. I think the one thing also I want to say is that like we didn't become like growth hub partners or whatever it is, like out of like choice. It happened naturally.
Yeah.
Malcolm and I like, what more can we do? How smarter can we get? How much more responsibility can we take over for the clients? And then we got to here. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like the idea didn't come from like someone else. we were doing it slowly, and the next thing you know, like we're doing a lot of stuff for them. And then now it's like we've talked to bigger, like we've talked to 8-figure, 9-figure like companies, and like I've spoken to different people like that work there, or like even like guys that are founders, and like, yo, we'd be interested in this. It's actually really good. And they have sales teams they've had for like 20 years that don't even know what they're doing. And it's like all these skills stack up, and you're able to do so much more after that.
100%.
So yeah, like obviously, if you guys want to join, if you guys want to talk about it and everything, then the link is down below. I'm not gonna force you, so don't book if you're like just.
Yeah, if you don't want it, it's fine, bro. It's like
if you don't want it, I think it's like just not worth it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Please, thank you, brother.
Appreciate you, bro.
You're gonna be pushing up in the GA soon.
Let's do it, man.
Hopefully, you'll be there. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching. As always, I wish you guys the best. There's other videos, like a bunch of free shit you guys want to watch. Honestly, like every video, I try to give as much value as possible. Do I gatekeep some stuff?
Of course.
But a lot of shit is very actionable. You can actually use it and make bread from it. I actually got a DM from a guy the other day who booked calls with, I think he closed an influencer from the free outreach video.
Just like that. So watch the free stuff, bro. If you don't wanna join GA, just watch the free stuff.
Watch the free stuff, get warmed up, become a warmer lead, and then book a call.
That's the smarter thing.
See you guys. Appreciate you guys.
Peace.